So now I want to showcase to you that we can also add obstacles. I'm going to click on my domain. I'm going to click free all. Then I'm going to turn the resolution down to 50. I'm going to go ahead and turn our torus back on. And I'm going to add in a cube, scale it down, just bring it right above our torus here, because I want to show you how the smoke will interact with this. Remember, we're not adding a collision or a rigid body. We're adding a fluid type effector, okay? The type is effector. Go ahead and add that in, and that's all you need to do. Now, all we need to do is actually just bake our physics simulation again. Remember, you have to click on your domain before you bake. Now it's going to go ahead and run through the process, and it's going to say, all right, how would that smoke interact with that cube? Let's find out. Let's go back to frame 1. Let's watch. As we can see, it goes around the cube. It may be kind of hard to see, but it does indeed go around our cube. Now, a better way to visualize this, I'm going to go ahead and click free all. I'm going to scale this torus down quite a bit. Put it maybe right here, right underneath of our cube, because I want you guys to really see how this is going to affect the simulation. I'm going to bake this out one more time. Now notice how fast it's going because our resolution is so low. All right, let's go ahead and play this back. And as you can see, the smoke has to travel around our cube. Okay, and if we go towards the end here, you can see that it's starting to kind of push up around the sides. I want to show you one more example of this at a high resolution. So I'm actually going to click free all. I'm going to set our resolution to 200 this time. Okay, I'm going to click on bake, and now let's go ahead and see what happens. All right, the bake is done. Let's go ahead and take a look here. And now you can see just how detailed we can get with this smoke. You can see that it is traveling around our cube, and it looks quite well. You can also see that if we hide this, you kind of see the impact underneath of the cube and how the smoke will actually affect our simulation. If we go back, we can see the smoke spreading. It starts out like this. It's the bottom of the cube, and it spreads out like that. It actually looks quite realistic. And if you play around with the settings enough, you can get some incredible results. Another thing to consider is if you click on your domain, there's a lot of settings over here that I won't go over. You guys can do your own research on these, but because this is a beginner level course, I'm just showing you the absolute basics on how to set up these simulations, how to add obstacles to your smoke simulation, and how to change your cache and actually bake out these complex simulations. Now that we went over smoke, let's go ahead and quickly go over fire. Well, we actually already have everything we need for fire. We just have to change a couple of settings. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my torus. And instead of using smoke as the flow type, I'm going to simply choose fire. You can choose fire and smoke if you'd like a combination of both, but I just want to focus on the fire for a moment. You can click on use flow, make sure that's enabled, absolute density, and then fuel, I'll just keep that at 1. I like the default value. Now for our domain, make sure that everything is already freed up for your domain. Make sure buoyancy is set to 1 and heat is also set to 1. I'm going to go ahead and keep 100 for the resolution divisions, and then I'll bake this out to frame 100. And then I'll click on bake all. Now, as you can see at the bottom, this is going to go ahead and scrub through all the way to frame 100. Now, when we see our final bake, instead of smoke, we're going to see fire. All right, and our bake is finally complete, and we can already see some fire. Let's go ahead and back this up to frame 1. Let's press play by choosing spacebar. And there's our fire, and it looks great. And remember, the higher the resolution, the more realistic the fire is going to look. Now, I won't get into shaders just yet, but we will eventually go over smoke and fire shaders because they're super important. They're not technically part of the basics, but now you know how to create a fire simulation as well as a smoke simulation. And you can see right here that we actually have both. Now we have officially reached the end of our Chapter 6 Smoke and Fire simulations.